And what is going on, everybody? Welcome back into another live stream. And I gotta tell you guys, man, I'm in a really good mood right now. Very, very good mood. And the reason why I'm in a good mood is that, guys, I feel like really in the last year, there's been, I guess, mainly in the last like 6 months. I mean, everything was kumbaya until the preseason started. But I come on here, then there's just a bunch of negativity going around involving our Jaguars. But now, a week ago, the Jaguars, a week ago was like, it was funny because I went on the channel live talking about how we botched the Byron Leftwich situation. I I stopped my live stream, and then like 2 minutes after, the Jaguars hired Doug Peterson, and I was happy about it. So we really saw the best of both worlds. But now Doug Peterson's out here. He's building a coaching staff extremely quickly in less than a week. You know, I mean, he was announced as head coach literally less than a week ago. I guess 6 days and 22 hours ago, if you're keeping count. Um, so there's that. You know, we got the OC, we got the DC, we got a bunch of position coaches, so all that's good. And guess what? We're gonna figure out live on this channel at 9 o'clock, I believe it is. It will be announced whether or not Tony Boselli will be in the Hall of Fame. So we're going to be keeping a close eye on that situation. I don't know why my Twitter isn't loading right now, but yeah, I'm what's it called? Like C3 says, that jersey though, I am repping old school Jaguars for our guy Tony Boselli. Yeah, I mean, I've got this going on. Let me get this real quick. I have an old school Jaguar logo hat, but I was like, I don't know. I feel like I think the longer one is a little bit cleaner. I got to go with the longer one. Shout out to Duval for that. Let's put this over here. But yeah, man, we're gonna figure out live right here on this channel whether or not Tony Boselli gets in a Hall of Fame, which is going to be very, very cool. So yeah, like I've been saying, man. Ryan says he's got that same jersey. Hell yeah, man. It's the Mitchell. Whenever people ask about what jersey to get, I mean, you got to get a Trevor Lawrence jersey, but outside of that, man, this jersey will literally never get old. Don't I would not recommend going out and buying a James Robinson jersey, a DJ Chark jersey, because you never know where they're going to be gone. This jersey will be good until I die. I have a Maurice Jones-Drew one too. That's teal. I'm really wanting them to come out with the old school black ones of I want a Jimmy Smith one, and then I'll have the trifecta. That'll be dope. Shout out to Aaron with an $8 Australian donation. Thank you so much, man. Didn't leave a comment, but I know his comment was going to be, "Let's go Jaguars. We got this. I can't wait for the season." So, yeah, the Jaguars have been making some coaching moves. It's been really, really cool. Let me pull it up real quick. So let me do something real quick. I'm going to go through the candidates. Clear. So shout out to, let me share my screen real quick. So these are, shout out to Duval Space. He came out with this, he came out with a list, so I didn't have to do it. So far, obviously, we have head coach Doug Peterson, and the really cool thing, look, the top three in this one. This offseason should be all about Trevor Lawrence, because at the end of the day, we really screwed up Trevor Lawrence his rookie year. You know what I mean? We did not set him up in a great position for success, whether it was the offense we set up, the players on the field, just everything around him, the culture, the atmosphere. Nothing was good for our guy, Trevor Lawrence. And this year, this offseason, we had to get things right. We had to do it through free agency, the draft, and the thing, it all starts also in when you're hiring your coaches. Doug Peterson, former head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, won a Super Bowl there, has on his resume developed Carson Wentz in his second year to be an MVP candidate before. I mean, he was going to win MVP before he got injured. And obviously everything happened there. But Doug Peterson was a former quarterback in the NFL. Another thing, offensive coordinator Press Taylor, former quarterback. Passing game coordinator, wait for it, Jim Bob Cooter. He was a former quarterback. Your quarterback coach, Mike McCoy, former quarterback. So you are bringing in guys that can see the game through Trevor Lawrence's eyes, through a quarterback perspective. That's excellent work. I mean, that's excellent because no one can teach you better than somebody that has played the position before. Real quick shout out to Kyle Donovan with a $5 donation. I have a Jimmy Smith jersey. I'm calling it Devontae Adams and Rob Tonyan from Green Bay coming to Duval. Well, I'll tell you what. If Devontae Adams somehow hits free agency, we cannot let any team outbid us. The Jaguars are in the best position to go after Devontae Adams, given our cap space and given the fact that Trevor Lawrence is on a rookie deal, and Trevor Lawrence is going to be on a rookie deal for the next 3 or 4 years. So Devontae Adams is going to demand quarterback money. Give that money to freaking Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? And draft your guys and see if you can develop them. And yeah, I mean, Rob Tonyan, good tight end. I mean, I can go with there's actually some decent tight ends coming out. So yeah. J-Man said, but thank you for the donation, Kyle. J-Man says, y'all know Jim Bob Cooter broke into a woman's home and exposed himself and tried to sleep with her. Okay. Well, I don't like that. I don't like that. But people get given second chances. I mean, Joe Cullen rode through a Wendy's drive-thru completely naked. I don't condone that activity. Hopefully he got better from it. So we'll see. But yeah, that's the big thing that stood out here. And also Mike McCoy, he's been a head coach in the NFL, offensive coordinator in the NFL. A lot, he's had a lot of experience. Jim Bob Cooter, he was a former quarterback. Not former, yeah. Let me see. Jim Bob Cooter. Let's see some info on this guy. Let's see if NBC Sports gave us a scoop. I haven't had a whole lot of time to research this stuff. I'll be honest with you. Oh, come on. I don't want a video to play. Don't you hate this crap? Like, look at all these videos. Dude, shut up. Okay, the Jaguars are adding more support and experience for quarterback Trevor Lawrence. According to Ian Rappaport, Jacksonville is adding former Lions offensive coordinator Jim Bob Cooter as passing game coordinator. Cooter, 37, was the Lions quarterback coach in 2014. He was then promoted to the offensive coordinator after Joe Lombardi was fired. Helped pilot Matthew Stafford to some of his most successful seasons with Detroit. But Cooter's contract was not renewed after 2018 under head coach Matt Patricia. Cooter was the Jets running backs coach from 2019 to 2020. While new head coach Doug Peterson. So what happened in 2021? Did he not? I thought he was with maybe the Lions last year, right? Okay. While new head coach Doug Peterson plans to call off the place, he brought in Cooter and former Chargers head coach Mike McCoy as quarterback coach. So yeah. Jarvis says, "What's up, UCF? Just came here from She Got Sports Stream. Go check her out." Yeah, she's a Giants fan. I know about her. Was Bob was naked? Yeah, that's I don't like that story. I didn't know about that till here. We literally paid Trevor Lawrence $800,000 next season. I know, man. And I know I'm probably drinking the Jaguars Kool-Aid. But people on Twitter are asking me, like, they're like, "Hey, what's your record prediction for the Jaguars next year?" And it really got me thinking. The Jaguars last year, I'll say this is probably a hot take. Like, I think that you can take that 2021 Jaguars roster and do, like, say you had the same exact roster, or say you can go back in time. Say you go back in time, you have the same exact Jaguars 2021 roster. You have a Trevor Lawrence in the second year. You have a Trevor Lawrence that has had 17 games starting in the NFL. and you add in Doug Peterson and his staff, I legitimately believe that that team can double the amount of wins given all that. I really do. So, I mean, I think the Jaguars can sneak into the playoffs. I'll say that. Look, and I say that because there's some garbage. Let me minimize this. There were some garbage teams in the playoffs last year. The Steelers. I mean, look at Wild Card Weekend. All those games were ass whoopings. Like, if the 2021 Steelers can make the playoffs, I firmly believe a Doug Peterson coached and Trevor Lawrence quarterbacked Jaguars can potentially make the playoffs. But I'll say this: you have to make the right moves in free agency. You know, this whole thing is pending free agency in the draft. You have to build up the O-line. You have to bring in weapons. And I think he can be a lot better. And you know, I saw the Eagles make the playoffs. They're trash. I mean, a big part of that is because, you know, there's now 7 teams in each conference that makes the playoffs. You know, 14 teams total. I'm just saying. And with the lack of quarterback play in the AFC South quarterbacks are terrible. I mean, what's his face? Trevor Lawrence can cement himself as the best quarterback in the AFC South literally next year. I mean, Carson Wentz, I don't think he's going to become anything. You know, I mean, I think we know what Carson Wentz is by now. Ryan Tannehill, you know, everything's so good around him, but when they need him to do stuff, he can't do anything. So, and we'll see what happens with Deshaun Watson, but, you know, we all doubt that he'll be playing. Skylark says, heard about the Jaguars should get him or Ron Marinelli. Fangio met with the 49ers, my consultant 2022. Yeah, and I did want Fangio, but I'm cool with the Mike Caldwell hire. I heard that Fangio is just hard to get along with. That's kind of what I heard. UCF, go type in Jim Cooter criminal record. The charges were okay. I'll take your word for it. I won't take up time doing this. So the next guy I want to look up. Let's look up a little bit about Press Taylor. I heard Press Taylor, he isn't the most. Let's see. I'm trying to think what would be the best because NBC Sports doesn't give you anything. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's do NFL. And I hear with Taylor, his big downfall is was his relationship with Carson Wentz. So let's see. The new Jaguars coach Doug Peterson has chosen a familiar. How do I get this to stop? No, I don't want to stop my breakouts. Okay. New Jaguars coach Doug Peterson has chosen a familiar face to lead the team's offense. And I'll say this also, you know that Doug Peterson pretty much knew what his coaching staff was going to be no matter where he was hired. I mean, he had a whole entire year to think about this. He's been in the NFL for a long time. He's made a lot of relationships. He knows who his guys are. And shout out to Zach is Whack for becoming a member of the YouTube channel again. Thank you so much, man. I got to bring you guys. I was thinking about this before I started, man. I gotta update the emojis. I gotta get Urban Meyer out of there. Well, I'll be switching up the emojis here soon whenever I come around to it. Usually when I get a little bit of free time is when I make a video where I don't do a lot of behind the scenes in my free time. I just want to pump out videos. So that's where I'm at. But shout out to Zach. Said he had to renew. Definitely appreciate that, bro. All right, so the Jaguars have agreed to terms of Press Taylor as a new offensive coordinator. Tom Pelissero reports. Taylor, 34, so he's 34 years old, a very, very young guy. He worked under Peterson with the Philadelphia Eagles. Can I get this out of here? Okay. Sorry, it's distracting me. Let me zoom in. Taylor, 34, worked under Peterson with the Philadelphia Eagles and was a part of the staff that won Super Bowl 52. Brother of Bengals head coach Zach Taylor, left the Eagles after 2020 and spent the year as a senior offensive analyst with the Indianapolis Colts. He got a start in Philly as an offensive quality control coach in 2013. Upon Peterson's arrival as head coach in 2016, he steadily promoted Taylor from quality control to assistant quarterbacks coach, and then to quarterbacks coach in Peterson's last season, 2020. Taylor also held the title of passing game coordinator. Now he steps into his first role as a full-fledged offensive coordinator. So it almost sounds like a Bruce Arians, Byron Leftwich relationship. I mean, this guy kind of grew with Doug Peterson. He clearly sees something in him, and it sounds like they can probably work together like every year, all the time. So let's see. This is a quote from Zach Taylor. Okay. I mean, I don't, come on. We're going to quote his brother. He's just going to say good shit about him. But he says, I think Press is one of the sharpest coaches in this league. Zach Taylor said Monday. I speak to him almost on a daily basis. Of course, I'm his brother, and I believe that, but just the people he's worked with, they all want to continue to hire him. Having worked with former number 2 overall pick Carson Wentz in Philadelphia, he now will look to develop the Jaguars quarterback of the future, Trevor Lawrence, the number 1 overall pick of the 2021 NFL draft. Lawrence struggled as a rookie, particularly with turnovers, but he was often poorly protected by his offensive line. It was against Taylor's Colts, however, Lawrence engineered a 26-11 ending season win. Okay, I know what the Jaguars did. Okay, so there's that. It didn't say this in here, but one of the things that rub people the wrong way is because he kind of had a more friendly relationship with Carson Wentz, where they were more friends than coach and player. And look, I mean, I actually have experiences I know this from experience, that you had to have a coach player relationship, because I remember, I played lacrosse for Fleming Allen, and then I also played lacrosse for UCF. And then after my freshman year, I was in a dorm, so I went back to Fleming Allen for the summer. And then the coach of the Fleming Allen high school lacrosse team gave me a position as defensive coordinator over there for the program, for the summer program. So I was coaching everywhere from like 5th grade up to 12th grade in high school. And it was really easy for me to coach the 5th and 6th graders, the 6th and 7th graders. However, it was harder for me to coach the high schoolers because I had just played with these guys like a couple years before. I was friends with them. It's really hard to really coach people when you're friends with them, because you can't really coach them hard. I mean, these are guys that I've hung out with. These are guys that, I mean, I was a high schooler with, you know what I mean? And now I'm their coach. So it's definitely, you can't have that relationship. And that's what it sounds like Press Taylor had with Carson Wentz. But, I think you learn from your mistakes, man. I mean, you learn from your downfalls, man. And, he obviously can't have that kind of relationship here. But, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But look, Doug Peterson endorses him. I'm not going to sit here. It doesn't matter who we hire. I'm not going to sit here and, throw dirt on any of these guys. If the only thing I'm going to throw dirt on is like the head coach, because obviously, that's who your foundation starts with. But, if you like the coach, then you got to like the hires. You got to trust the hires. And it's definitely looking a lot better than last year. And last year, it took Urban Meyer a long time to hire a coaching staff because he didn't have any NFL relationships. He had to go in and interview guys. You know what I mean? Doug Peterson, he's not really interviewing guys. He's basically just calling them up. They're coming to the building and they're getting jobs because, Jaguars, I mean, they were a little bit late in the process. I mean, it's February 10th. They have to start being able to build an offense, build a defense, figure out what they're going to be. Now look toward free agency, figure out who they can work with on the team, who they can't, and kind of work from there. And yeah, I agree. Carson Wentz doesn't seem like the easiest guy to get along with. Yeah, that's what you hear. And Carson Wentz is not coached very well. Like, he does not take coaching well. You know what I mean? So that's how that is. LOL, I live 1 minute from Fleming Allen High, the pharmacy. Oh, there you go. It's funny. I hadn't really been to Fleming Allen since I graduated in 2012. But I actually went back a month ago because my best friend got married. So I was there randomly at the Fleming Allen plantation. I've rented an Airbnb, and I actually stayed in somebody's house upstairs, for cheap as shit. I'm like, whatever. I don't care where I sleep. I'll just go with the cheapest option and just ride with it. If I go places by myself, I can get away with that. But, if I go with my girl, it's not the same thing. Okay, so let's see if there's any update on Tony Boselli. Here you guys wanna look through this with me? Yeah, so no one's talking about shit. Rhino Halloran. Sometimes these beat guys like leave Jacksonville, like Rhino Halloran, but I can't unfollow Rhino Halloran. I love Ryan. I can't follow Mike K. He's with Philly now. I can't unfollow these guys. So he'll stay a follow for a while. Some of these guys they leave, and I'm like, all right, fuck this guy. Not him. What else we got? Yeah, there's nothing going on. Let's see. So I guess the ceremony. I thought maybe it got released at 9. I don't know. I'm looking for any kind of leak. All right. There's nothing on here. I feel like this process changes like every year. The process, but I mean, everyone says it's feeling like this is the year that he gets in. So I'll have to trust them. Bruce Smith on Tony Boselli. There's a player that played against him. Smith also had high praise for former Jags left tackle Tony Boselli. Tony is a stud. He was a stud. I think I played against him all 3 times, and he gave me all that I could handle. So I'm pulling for Tony. I understand the dynamics of the voting process, and him having a short career in his body work wasn't necessarily complete. But he was healthy. But while he was healthy, yeah, that's the thing. I think he only had 6 solid seasons. It's crazy to think that like Miles Jack's NFL career was longer than Tony Boselli's. Put that in perspective. So I'm a 5-star hotel kind of guy. Yes, you are. Do you think Tony Boselli gets in tonight? I feel like every year they tell us, "Oh, this is the year, this is the year, this is the year." So I don't know. I'll trust what the people say. All right, so let's get back into these coaching hires real quick. Okay. So yeah, we went through Doug Peterson, Jim Bob Cooter, Bernie Parmalee. That's a popular name. Uche tried saying Big Bo. No, he played 6 solid years. So Bernie Parmalee was the fall guy. Remember when they benched James Robinson and Urban Meyer was like, "Oh, you're gonna have to ask Bernie that question." He's in. I don't micromanage. You guys think Doug Peterson's gonna be a micromanager, and by micromanager know what's going on with his team at all times? He's like, why was James Robinson benched? Oh, I don't micromanage. What do you mean you don't micromanage? You don't manage the star player isn't on your team, isn't out there playing. Come on, dude. That was honestly Urban Meyer. Like the more you get away from it, he definitely at one point was trying, and then at some point he realized, dude, I can't fix this, and I'm working against Trent Baalke right now. I cannot come out of this winning. So he just gave up. He just showed up, banker hours, collected a check, did all that. So Bernie Parmalee, I want to hear him talk so bad because I want to interview him, and I want the Jaguars because I don't know. I forget. I think they interview all the different position coaches when they get hired. But I would love to hear from him, and I want him to spill the beans on Urban Meyer. And I don't want the political answer. I want the real truth. I don't know if we're going to get the real truth. So yeah, I know, Zach. You backed him hard, man. You were on me being like, we can't fire him yet. But yeah, Bernie Parmalee. I'm rooting for that man. Defense coordinator Mike Caldwell spoke about him the other day. If you guys want to know, honestly, if you guys want to know more about defense coordinator Mike Caldwell and quarterback coach Mike McCoy, definitely go back to my most recent video. I talk super in depth on them. Defensive assistant, I'm gonna skip over him. Okay, Tony Gilbert. So let's see. Let me look up Tony Gilbert. All right, let's go. Honestly, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna use Wikipedia for this. Honestly, Wikipedia is pretty good. I'll say this. So, of course, the linebacker coach played linebacker. Like all these guys pretty much played football. I believe. I wonder if Bernie Parmalee did. He was. I wonder if he was a running back. College football as a running back. Okay, so he checks the former player box off, so you get to keep your job. Tony Gilbert. Let's see his career. Oh, he actually played for the Jaguars. Look at that. Played with the Jaguars twice. I thought I remembered this name. UCF. Oh my God, I love this guy. All right, I like that. Defense quality control coach. Okay, June 2020, Gilbert was hired by the Jaguars as their assistant linebackers coach. On February, he was retained. Oh, so he's an assistant linebacker coach? Again, this is just some random literal clown on, I respect the hustle, but I don't know if he's an assistant linebacker coach. And I think this is all rumored. These are like nothing's official. Let's look him up. News. You guys see this, Tony Khan? They tried to, some random report was like, oh, he's running for Congress, and he's like, no, I'm not. And then like is this a heavily added? Okay. All right, let's get these ads out of here. Okay. This is another role that has been determined. If the Jaguars were to make an internal hire, it would likely have to be assistant linebacker coach Tony Gilbert. So is he going to be okay? So this is just. I wonder if Charlie Strong's going to be retained. If the Jaguars are going to make an internal hire. Okay, I don't know. Nothing really on it yet. Okay. So let's so we'll take that one with a grain of salt. I don't know who the hell this is. Look up here. He's look like John Shipley's on top of it. Corny Athletic, Louisiana. Rory Seagrass is expected to join Peterson's staff. The two spent together with the Eagles. Okay. So he is the Eagles special teams coach. Okay. So this is an assistant position. Worked with him. Let's see what else we got. Actually, I might as well just go through this thing. He's got it pretty locked down. This is credit to Jaguar Report, John Shipley, Press Taylor. We know about that. Jim Bob Cooter. This is a role that hasn't been made clear yet. Peterson's running back coach. So this one, okay. So this one, they had to get the political stuff on here, but Dilla did say that it's blurry for you. Let me try to zoom in. Hopefully that's better. But Dilla did say that it looks like they're keeping him, but these guys can't report based off what Dilla says. So Dilla dropped the list. Sorry, so I can go to sleep. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, you might as well just pull up Dilla's stream. But yeah, it's 8:58. So now we're going to be monitoring the Tony Boselli activity. I don't know, like, is it a TV show? Because unfortunately, there's a TV show. Hopefully, it's 30 minutes. So because usually they're going to milk it out and wait till the last 2 minutes to announce. We all know the Heisman ceremony starts at 8, announced at 8:58. That kind of thing. This is a cool video. All right, wide receivers coach. This is what every Jaguar fan is curious about because everyone hates Sanjay Lal, and I know a lot of people really want it goes to 11. Ben, you can't tell me that, bro. You can't tell me it's on till 11. Have you got shit to do? Shout out to everyone in here, man. 254 people in a live stream. Shout out to everybody. Drop a like if you guys can for me. Also, join the Relevant app. Myself and Tom McManus do shows every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So go join Relevant, join the Jaguars Fanatics vibe, and we have an awesome group chat in there. And there's several live shows per week in there. And if you guys are part of Relevant, let me know, man. Let me know how you guys are enjoying it, because I know it's been a good time for me. So yeah, we'll see with Sanjay Law. I mean, he's not going to be coming back. You know, Sanjay Law was actually he got an interview with the Bears for offensive coordinator. I'm like, what the hell? What up, Oms? Welcome in the building, bro. All right, quarterback coach Mike McCoy. We know about him, very tenured. Offensive line coach Phil Rauscher. So we finally have George Warhop out of the building. He was the offensive line coach with Doug Marrone, and then Urban Meyer retained him. And it turned out that those guys, I think they played football together with each other when he was back on Bowling Green. So there was a connection there. So he's like, all right, friend, stay on here because I know you, pretty much. Former. So this. I mean, this could be a Spielman connection. I don't know. Probably not, but we'll see. I wonder when the Spielman stuff's going to get announced. You would have thought that after a week, something would have came out, but yeah. Former UCLA graduate, spent the last 2 seasons with the Vikings. Roster 36. So he's 36 years old, pretty young. Defense coordinator Mike Caldwell and Gerald Alexander. Okay. It remains to be seen exactly who will be the Jaguars defensive coordinator. Mike Garafolo reported earlier this week it'll be Tampa Bay's coach Mike Caldwell. Though NFL Network's Ian Rappaport also reported the Jaguars were interviewing Miami defensive backs coach Gerald Alexander for the role. And interesting enough, a couple hours ago, it came out that what's it called? Gerald Alexander was actually fired from the Dolphins. So, yeah. So, I mean, he's, he doesn't have a job now. And I would think there's a link there. I mean, Gerald Alexander played for the Jaguars, and I would think if they had him in the building, hopefully they give him some kind of role. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be defensive coordinator, but I mean, apparently he's a hell of a coach and no one really has anything bad to say about him. Okay, so here's Jaguars working on a deal to hire Mike Caldwell as the new defensive coordinator, former teammate and fellow assistant coach with Doug Peterson. Okay, and it says Caldwell is a DC after 14 years as a defensive assistant, so he's definitely worked his way up. And he quote tweeted that still some procedural things to work through for the Jaguars defensive coordinator hire. Could take some time to sort through before they make an official hire. Okay, so he amended that 2 hours later. So 2 hours later, he revisited and said, hold up. I don't know what that means. Okay, so here's this. Dolphins DB coach Gerald Alexander is in Jacksonville today interviewing for the vacant DC position under Doug Peterson, a source said. Former Jags player Alexander is rising quickly. So, I mean, amongst the two, who would I prefer? I don't know. Both these guys seem qualified. Honestly, Mike Caldwell is probably more qualified. He's been a defense coach for 14 years. He has some experience over him. But who knows? Who knows? I wouldn't know. I've never been in a practice. I've never been coached up by these guys before. All right, let's see what else we got. So, yeah, it's just explaining more about former Jaguar safety, one of the most respected defensive back coach in the NFL. I've got to say, Alexander, he has a nice beard. Let's look him up. I don't like that picture. Let's find a... Yeah, dude, he's got the mean beard. Look at that. However, his beard is not as majestic. Smith. Dude, oh my God. Lovey has an elite beard, bro. Oh my God. Look at that beard. I mean, Gerald, bro, you got to, I don't know, man. Does Gerald have to dye his beard, you guys think? That's an elite beard, guys. Maybe Gerald has to get some years, but he has to dye this thing, right? There's no way his beard is naturally that white. I mean, look at that. Dude, that beard game is way too strong. Look at that. I mean, yeah, look, it's so much better with a beard. So much better. Gerald, I love it. You got some good flow going, but bro, if you come to the Jaguars, you either had to dye it white or just make it teal. Why not just dye it teal? You know what I mean? I think that'd be sick. Okay, so it's 9:05. Let's see if there's any. Was there a shot at Urban Meyer? 2 minutes in, first shot at okay. Don Campbell is joining Jim Harbaugh's staff. Man, I want to watch this thing. Holy crap. Dude, can someone play that for me? Is there any audio anywhere? I've got to find that. Let me hold on. I'm gonna take this out. I've gotta see that. Look at their Facebook. You got a New Era Jaguars. Okay. The Dave Cicelo on this page. He's pretty on top of it. So I gotta see if someone's gotta have. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to type in Urban Meyer. How would Urban Meyer get? I mean, this isn't the what is it called? The Emmy, the ESPYS, where you have a guy standing up there and videos. I'm probably just gonna get bar pictures. I'm not getting anything. So yeah, let me know if you guys see anything. Just shoot me a DM or tag me, whatever. Do something. At me on here. They just roasted Urban at the honors. No way, dude. Someone's got to have a video of that. So if someone has a video of it, send it to me. Oh, Demetrius Harvey. Okay. I unfollowed that dude because he did something that pissed me off. Let's see. Okay. For those that missed it, here, I'll pull it up for you guys. So he says, an early shot at Urban Meyer on NFL honors from Key. Good stuff. For those that missed it, host Keegan Michael Key made a joke about how there wasn't anyone at last year's NFL honors show because of COVID-19. That room was emptier than Urban Meyer's playbook. All right. Man, it's not that funny. I need to hear the delivery because it's not really that funny of a joke. But hey, he came to the city of Jacksonville, robbed us. So yeah. Okay. Now I'm getting antsy. Okay, so we'll go back to the article that came out. Okay. Alexander, 37, has also spent time in the NFL as coaching intern with the Titans, Tampa Bay. Miami secondary has shined in recent years with Alexander helping develop Jevon Holland at safety. Okay. So outside linebacker coach Bill Shuey. So Jaguars, when you run a 3-4, you have inside linebackers coaches and outside linebackers coaches. Just an FYI. Another former Eagles coach. So yeah, I mean he's just pretty much poaching guys that he's worked with, and we'll see next year if anybody gets fired or if anyone gets hired to another team. I'm hoping people pick this staff apart and offer up these guys defense coordinator positions because that means we're doing pretty good. But okay, so outside linebackers coach for the Bears. She was hired by Chicago in 2018. Eagles linebackers coach. Spent 2 years on the same staff as Peterson. Okay. Okay, so I saw that one earlier. Okay, so defense line coach Brinson Buckner. This is one guy, and people are making a. Okay, first I'll read through it. According to Pro Football Network's Aaron Wilson, and this guy, I mean, I don't know why this guy doesn't have a check. This guy breaks all kinds of news. This Aaron Wilson guy. Hey, what's up, Matt? Welcome in here, bro. Late to the party as always. Hope your trip was good. It was good, man. Back safe. It's a quick trip. It was just a Friday through Sunday, just a quick wedding thing. But now, yeah, I'm back. So, Jaguars have tabbed Arizona Cardinals defensive line coach Brinson Buckner to perform in the same role in Jacksonville. Buckner, a former second round pick who spent 12 seasons in the NFL. Buckner has been Arizona's defensive line coach since 2020. So there's people making connections that, hey, maybe Chandler Jones comes to the Jaguars. Chandler Jones is a free agent next year. And in case you missed it, let me see something. Sorry, I'm looking something up. I think this is it. Okay, so this is an article right here. ESPN from a few years ago. 9 years ago. Okay, football journey, Chandler Jones. So, it's just talking about Chandler Jones, rising star, whatever. It's just like a Q&A, all this different stuff. And then let's see. Oh, where is it? Favorite teams growing up. Look at this. Wrong page. My favorite team was the Jacksonville Jaguars. Since I was a little kid, I loved the colors, turquoise and black. The helmets that were all black. I used to say, one day I'm going to be a Jacksonville Jaguar. But I'm glad I'm here with the Patriots, and doesn't matter. But yeah, he said that he wants to play for the Jaguars. And we just brought in his old defensive line coach, and he is a free agent. So let's make it happen. We need it. We need it. Especially if we're going to go Evan Neal instead of defensive end at number one. We got to bring in that dude. That's for sure. Okay, so let me refresh. I do still want to find that Romeyer clip. Okay, nothing's come up there. These people are slacking, man. Best accessory is a Super Bowl ring. Dude, so is it? I didn't realize this is like this big show thing. They never done this before, right? They never done like an actual like big time production. Aaron Rodgers looks like he stole a homeless man's jacket. Yeah, I want to see. I want to see coverage of this. I'm seeing nothing. Maybe I'm just following the wrong people. Dude, yeah, I follow. Dude, it's so funny. UCF and USF goes back and forth at each other. I'm sorry, but USF's so superior. This is a Bulls home game right here. Sorry, that's off topic. Okay. Yeah, I don't see nothing. Dude, my Twitter is dry right now. I remember when we were going through here when we oh, look at that. I like that. I remember when we hired on Alex Beach said he tagged me. All right, let's see. You the man, Alex. Oh, key. Okay. Okay, let me see if I can. I'm gonna share audio real quick. Share screen. Chrome tab. Okay, we're gonna hear this together.
Excited to be hosting this show again, and in front of people, by the way. Yeah, that's good. This is so much better than what they had to do last year. Who was at that show? That's a trick question. No one was. No one was. There were no football players and no audience. I'm telling you, that room was emptier than Urban Meyer's playbook. It was.
Oh. All right, that's so much better. It's so much better listening to that. It's a lot better listening to that than reading it. When you read it, it's like, okay, that's not really that funny. But seeing it, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. So yeah, now we wait. Okay, so TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, so we're going through everything, man. So TJ Watt is Defensive Player of the Year. Man, we need to get ourselves a TJ Watt, that's for sure. No, Steelers definitely aren't in the playoffs without TJ Watt. So that's congrats to him. So I guess I wonder what time. I mean, so I wonder what time the everything. I don't know. Dwight says I really dig the Fred Taylor jersey. Thank you, man. I'm putting on the old school stuff for Tony Boselli. That's for sure. You know, they're going to be so pissed and they announce Chase Tom for Defensive Player of the Year. I don't think so. Could you imagine that? People are saying Tony is all but confirmed going to the Hall. I hope so. Yeah, that's what they're saying. But at this point, man, I've been so juked out and psyched by the different reports that have come out. I don't know if I can believe it at this point. You know what I mean? So, JJ Watt actually presented the award to TJ Watt. That's pretty dope. Yeah, I didn't keep up with. I gotta say, dude, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that Ben Roethlisberger retired. Oh my god, that guy sucked to watch. That guy was just so boring to watch, man. Like I was like whenever the Steelers were on like Sunday night or Monday Night Football, I just did not watch it because that team was like the corpse of Ben Roethlisberger, who should have retired like 3 years ago. I mean, should have retired after 2017 because I mean we never saw him return to any kind of form like that. I saw a homeless dude wearing a Matt Jones jersey once, but it could have been Matt Jones. It could have been. You guys seen Matt Jones recently? I got to show you this. I didn't know that. Look, Matt Jones is actually, if you guys have seen Breaking Bad, Matt Jones, the actor of Badger, his name is Matt Jones. I didn't realize that. Okay, let me go on Instagram because I posted on my own. I actually have a picture of Matt Jones and oh, here we go. Okay. Share screen. Look at this. Here's Justin Blackman. I mean, he is not in wide receiver shape right now, man. I mean, he's not fat or anything, but look, you can see the baby bump. You can see he's at least he's not. I mean, you know, he's not. I don't even think he's in his 30s yet. Actually, no, he's been in his 30s, but yeah, I mean, this guy was a stud for us, and you know, he's definitely not in football shape anymore. That's for sure. And Matt Jones, boom! Look at that beard. He's got the cue ball, man. So that's Matt Jones with Eli Manning. So, I mean, here's a couple blasts from the past. You know, and there's Bortles. Speaking of cue ball, have you guys seen this one? This is he got inducted into the UCF Hall of Fame. Boom, man. You know, Yeah, it was rough. He lost his hair pretty early. I mean, he's not. I don't even think he's hit 30 yet. But yeah, Blackman. It's a sad story with him, man. He, I mean, he's just an alcoholic, and that's the main thing. Everyone said it was weed. No, I mean, his thing was, I mean, he was an alcoholic, and people that did research on him, the Buccaneers realized that dude, this guy was drinking all the time, and couldn't get out of his own way. He probably had a bunch of bad influences around him, because I mean, the amazing thing was like he still played really well while he was drinking. I mean, it's not confirmed that he was drinking while with the Jaguars, but I mean, Josh Gordon basically said that, look, he was drunk for a lot of NFL games. He would smoke before a lot of NFL games. I mean, there's people like this that are just super athletically gifted that can just, do things like that. And it sucks, man, because him on the field, man, he was a difference maker. And that's the thing. I mean, he was just good, man. And he'd probably still be playing. Let's see what. Yeah, exactly. He has a beard gut. Yeah, he's not fat, but he has a beard gut for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's Blackman. That's yeah, it's Blackman. He actually because they had an Oklahoma State, because he's with Brandon Whedon right here. That's Brandon Whedon on the left. And they had a Oklahoma. So I think it was like the 10-year anniversary last year of when they like won the Big 12. So they had a bunch of that team back, because they won the Big 12 and they won a BCS bowl game. And yeah, the 4 weeks that Blackman came back, he led the NFL in yards, receptions, and TDs. And he got yeah. I remember he came back I remember him in a Broncos game in 2014. Or not 2014. Was it 20? I think it was 20, because he was drafted in 2012. Drafted in 2012, and he played for us for like 4 games in 2013. And we didn't see him again. Let me see real quick. The crazy thing about him was like he wasn't even that big. He's only like, I think he was like 5'11" or 6 feet. So yeah, he was drafted in 2012. Yeah, look, dude, his like professional, his legal issues is longer than his career on here. So yeah, 2012. Wow, 14 games played in 2012. That's pretty surprising. 885 yards, dude, in 4 games, 415 yards. Oh my gosh, he didn't get a lot of touchdowns, but man, what a playmaker! I'm surprised. No, he played in 16 games. That's surprising. I didn't think he played a full season. It's sad. Yeah, DUI in Oklahoma. Yeah, so he was a Gene Smith draft pick, and he swore to Shad Khan that, look, they were a receiver away. The Blaine Gabbert was going to work, and nope. 2012, we fell to 2-14. So that's pretty sad. Yeah, Hall of Fame might be next. All right. Stand by. Hall of Fame. All right. Thank you, Michelle. All right, guys. We're standing by for this. We've gone a little bit of a tangent. I'm over here talking about Justin Blackman. I don't know how we got to this subject, but I'm somehow on Wikipedia talking about possession of marijuana and DUIs, and he was in all kinds of stuff, man. I mean, he was a good dude. I mean, he actually was a good guy. I mean, no one ever said he was a bad guy. He just, I don't know how much he cared about football, how much he was just naturally gifted at it. I don't know. Blaine Gabbert got his ring. Yeah, Byron Leftwich got a ring for the Steelers and obviously for the Bucks. And Blake Bortles still needs his ring. If the Rams win the Super Bowl, they need to give Blake Bortles an honorary Super Bowl ring. You can watch it on YouTube for free. Can I? I might get nailed with. Is NFL so protective of their shit? I might get nailed with copyright stuff. Here, let me see. Let me search it up. Oh, look, UCF Jaguars live. How about that? Okay. All honors. Yeah, I'm not gonna live stream for the sole reason that well, I'm not gonna show it obviously because they might nail me for copyright. NFL is so quick with that stuff. So we'll just stand by, man. We will just stand by and check it out. Let me go back to Twitter. Oh, I wonder how they're gonna do it. The Vikings. Here's some Jags news for you guys. The Vikings are retaining wide receiver coach Keenan McCardell. He will stay on with Kevin O'Connell's new staff to continue to work with Justin Jefferson and company. All right, it's a good move. Like I told everybody, I thought it was a long shot that he'd be wide receiver coach. I'll go ahead and tweet it for the timeline. I thought it was a long shot because he doesn't have any prior relationship with Doug Peterson. So it is what it is. There's plenty of good wide receiver coaches out there. Maybe he'll come home one day. I wonder if he'll ever get a offensive coordinator job. It's not terrible news. We'll be fine. I knew we probably weren't going to get him. That's why I was warning people. I mean, let's go to the timeline real quick. If you guys ever need therapy, just follow me. I'll let you guys know what's good. Look, this tweet right here. This is the tweet, guys. There are good wide receiver coaches in the NFL not named Keenan McCardell. Look at that, 240 likes. Look at me, killing it. The engagement. Let's go. Where can you watch a Hall of Fame on YouTube? Oop, can't play that. I don't know. I mean, it's probably a span. Like, there's people that stream that kind of stuff on these like burner YouTube channels, I guess I'll call it. Oof. Oh, that didn't look like it felt good. Justin Tucker wins best moment of the year for setting 66-yard kick against the Lions. Oh, there you go. The opera singer. You guys know this guy sings opera? See you later. Brothers. All right, so now we refresh. Turn the TV on in your room. I don't have a TV in here, unfortunately. Usually during the fall, I bring in a huge TV in here and I sit it up on my desk, and then we move back and watch it over here. So I don't have it over here. Maybe I can pull it up on my phone. Let me see. Big Dog, go to channel Fox Sports. Okay. Actually, I think I might. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Okay, Defensive Rookie of the Year award. Let's see who gets it. Jonathan Taylor announcing. That's so weird. Jonathan Taylor's out here. Okay. What the hell is this? Is this Adele? Is Adele announcing? All right, let's see who wins. Is she gonna give us? All right, whatever. I don't really give a shit what this woman says. Turn the TV on. Yeah. You think we keep Ryder, move on to new kicker? Only problem is his long kicks. I don't know, man. That last game, I was shocked. I was like, this is not the same Jaguars, because he like booted one through the back of the end zone on one of the touchbacks. But yeah, I mean, he did good enough to where, okay, Jamar Chase, offensive rookie of the year. Yeah, so I don't know when we're gonna get our. Adele is rolling in the deep. Yeah, I thought that was her. Chase is good. He's no Visca. Visca would draw the award. That's true. Looks like is Parsons won defensive rookie of the year. Yeah, I mean that was an the Jamar Chase. The Jamar Chase thing was obvious. Michael Parsons killed it. AP defense rookie of the year, number 12 overall pick, came into the year and played like a seasoned veteran, future superstar. Then was he that much? I didn't follow Parsons all that much. He got all 50 votes. Was there that much of a separation between him and the next guy? I didn't realize he was that. I didn't realize he was that much of a runaway winner. Should have given it to our boy Tyson Campbell. These look fresh. He got the big old chain. All right, so I don't know what else they've given out the. Let me go back to the RE guy. Okay, so they've given out defensive rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year, defensive player of the year. Okay, so they haven't given out offensive player of the year. What's with this? This is a weird order. Oh, so they still have to give out. Fuck, guys, they still have to give out MVP and offensive player of the year. They still got to give out coach of the year, right? Yes, Parsons was a stud. He's next great linebacker. Yeah, I didn't watch many Cowboys games this year. A lot of times I was just too depressed to watch other NFL games. Dude, this guy right here, like, this guy was like a nobody. Then this guy must spend all day on Twitter. This guy is like, he built up a following by just like basically retweeting other people. He's one of those people that like Ian Rappaport will make a tweet. He's like, per Ian Rappaport, and then he'll like write his own thing. Still had to give out the best bathrooms. Yeah. Oh, it's toning in. Oh, we don't know yet. It's a 2-hour. Yeah, I might have to end this because I've been on for an hour and I do have some stuff to do tonight, unfortunately. But what I'll do, I'll come out with a video tomorrow morning about this because I mean I can't hang around here. I can't hang around here and wait for it. So yeah. Hall of Fame last 3. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be like in an hour. I thought it was gonna be a lot different. I thought there'd be leaks. I don't know. I thought it'd be different. So, all right, guys, I'm probably gonna end it here. Thanks, guys, for being in here. Definitely drop a like if you guys can. Really appreciate you guys doing that, and follow me on all my social medias at UCF_Jaguar, and of course, check out the relevant app. Join Jaguars Fanatics. But thanks everyone for being here. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow morning. I should hopefully have a video posted by 8:30 or 9 o'clock. I'll do it right after the gym and before work because I'm a grinder. That's what I do. All right, guys. Peace.